Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everyone? What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Is the feeling back? Oh, yeah, by the way, we're doing this a day late, so let's see how many people show up. Yeah, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Eighth. I'm doing good, my friend. How about you? Appreciate you guys. A lot to talk about, man, but I covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about in my Revolution video essay, which you guys have shown a lot of love to, so thank you for that. I feel like I poured my heart and soul into that one. So thank you guys for. If you haven't seen it, check it out. If you have seen it, thank you. Check it out. Check it out again. But yeah, guys. Um, Thanks, guys, for the belated birthday wishes. Yeah, yes. For those who don't know, yesterday was my birthday. So yeah. Not only was Revolution a good early birthday gift, but so was yesterday's Dynamite. Dude, Dynamite yesterday, what do we even talk about, man? Where do we start? By the way, I forgot that today they added a update to Spider-Man 2, and I'm super hyped, man, cuz these stealth missions, I love them. So I'm going to be playing these stealth missions while we talk about AEW and the crazy week they've just had. But thanks guys, thanks everyone. Yeah, Tony Khan's gift to me was signing Kazuchika Okada. Isn't that crazy? Thank you guys. Thank you guys for the belated birthday wishes. You want to know? You guys want to know something though? Um, I was out yesterday, and then on the way home, I got a flat tire. I was like, "Damn, that would happen to me on my birthday." My bad. But no, it was good. Got it switched out. Got it fixed already today. So yeah, man. Let's hold on. Let me just pick a mission real quick, and then we'll get into this. We'll get into this. Let me just choose a stealth mission here for us to do. But yeah, man. Dynamite, Revolution. Kazuchika Okada is all elite. Tony Khan already fumbled Okada because he's now world champion already. I've seen that a lot. Replaying will result in losing all progress since your last checkpoint. What does that even mean? I don't care. Let's do it. But yeah, man. Like, so Revolution, obviously one of the. I already said it. One of my favorite, just pay per views ever, man. I still, I still feel like I can talk about the pay per view for hours and hours. And yeah, man, like I didn't expect for that video to be nearly 30 minutes, the one I released yesterday, my Revolution review. But but yeah, what's called it? I was just in the zone when I started writing it, so but yeah, guys. So let's start with the big one. Kazuchika Okada is all elite, man. I mean, come on, nothing. There was never gonna be any other outcome. Like, come on, stop, stop spamming the chat, and Anthony Khan, or else you're gonna get banned, dude. Kazuchika Okada is all elite. He is showing up as a heel, and he's a new member of the elite. Isn't that crazy, man? And it all works so perfectly. Like I would have never like whoever came up with this idea, like give them a raise, bro. Whether it was if it's Tony Khan, give yourself a raise, bro. If it was Will Washington, if it was Brian Danielson, who else is on the creative committee that he named. Jennifer uh, Pepperman, like whoever came up with this dude, like just give them a raise because that it was brilliant, and I think they executed it really well. Like everybody said, they planted seeds for future matches already, and one of them being Okada versus Eddie Kingston for the Continental Crown at AEW Dynasty, man. Like that's gonna be a banger, and I expect Okada to instantly become champion. Like I don't know if it's well, no, it's not gonna be. He's having his first match, I think, right now as we speak, because they well, not right now, but I think they're taping Collision, or they were. The taping might still be going on, but we don't know. But his first pay per view match for sure. He's probably gonna win uh, a title, the Continental Crown. I honestly, guys, I don't see a world where Eddie Kingston beats Okada. Like, I think Tony Khan is really gonna push him to the moon. I don't know if you guys saw the report, but apparently Okada is gonna be making how much? 4.5 million uh a year for 3 years. So it's a 3 year deal at 4.5 million, and I think that makes him one of the most the highest paid wrestlers in the world for sure. That's absolutely insane. Like WWE can't compete with Tony Khan, bro. They can't compete. They're gonna have to keep signing these college athletes and turn them into wrestlers from scratch because there's absolutely no way that they'll ever be able to compete with Tony Khan if this is the type of money he's gonna be giving out. And you know what? The conversation should be that Tony Khan is finally paying wrestlers what they deserve after them being underpaid for so long. Like, there's legitimately people who think that Tony Khan is ruining wrestling by paying wrestlers, bro. Like, that's dumb. Like, that is so dumb. Like, just say that you're mad that your favorite company can't compete, bro. Just say that, like, and it'll be okay. So, Apollo's asking how much does Roman make? Um, there is there have been rumors that Roman Reigns makes 8 figures, not 7, but 8. So some people are thinking that he's between 8 million and 10 million. So I think he is the highest paid in WWE by far now, especially with Lesnar probably off the books now. So yeah, I've heard that rumor of 10 million, which is an insane number, like to be fair, but um, only the top guys in WWE make that kind of money. You guys gotta understand. And I think in AEW, no, I'm pretty sure that in AEW, wrestlers get their travel paid as well, like plane tickets and hotels. It's a like Tony Khan is shaking up the industry, man, and I think in good ways. How can people be mad that the wrestlers are getting paid? Oh no! Like how can people possibly be mad, bro? But yeah, that's why I'm like, no, Okada's getting pushed to the moon right out of the gates. Like if he's getting paid 4.5 million, if that's accurate, then there's no way he's not gonna be like a major big time player. And that's why I like that he's been paired up with the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks can do the talking for him. They can hype him up. They can like they can be like cartoonish and stuff. Okada can like just stand there and he has all the charisma in the world, bro. Like he still hasn't said a word, right? But he's like he has all the charisma in the world, man. And when it's time for him to fight, obviously we all know Okada is the goat in the ring. Like, well, it's either him, Osprey, or Danielson or Omega. Which isn't it crazy that they're all in the same company at the same time these days? Will Ospreay, Bryan Danielson, Kenny Omega, and Okada. It's insane. No wonder Tony Khan called the next pay per view. Man, I've been found out. I'm not gonna do this mission. I like to do them stealth. Oh, I could have just. Okay. But yeah, guys, like it's just the fact that all these wrestlers are under the same umbrella, and I really thought it was gonna be hard for AEW to top Revolution, but it looks like just like this next pay per view has a chance, man. It's insane. I do think the plan is Kenny Omega versus Okada at All In. Jay asks, "Does this mean we're back?" You guys are really trying to get me to say that, right? I don't ever want to say AEW is back again. Outside of that outside of that time I said it, because I feel like every time I say it, I curse it. But I don't know. I've had the magic touch this year. Yo, ah, I forgot how weird this game can be. But yeah, they're building towards Okada and Omega at All In. I think. I mean, it seemed like it that way. They planted a bunch of seeds. They kicked out Kenny Omega from the Elites. When they said Okada, new member of the Elites, I was like, no way. But it made so much sense. It worked so perfectly that yeah, man. Like I said, brilliant idea. And I don't know if you guys saw like the little backstage promo that they released too after the show, where Okada's getting like his photos taken, and the Young Bucks are just cutting like a funny promo. Like, dude, I don't know, it's money, it's a money angle, because it immediately gets Okada involved with the top names, the Elites, Kenny Omega. So he already has beef with Kenny Omega coming in, bro. Like on day one. I mean, obviously he did because of New Japan. But like in AEW lore as well now, like he has beef with Kenny Omega, he has beef with Hangman, um, Eddie Kingston, and basically everyone in the company because the Young Bucks are the crooked EVPs. So yeah, like Okada, he already has plans for like the throughout the whole rest of the year, man. It's insane. But yes, they did fumble AEW fumbled Okada because he's still not world champion. Yeah, to me too. The Young Bucks are finally, I'm not gonna lie, they're straight up just killing it with their gimmick. They're straight up killing it. I've been having like a lot of fun just watching them work, and they obviously played a big role in Sting's last match being great as it was. And yeah, man. So we'll get back to Okada if you guys want. Another thing I wanted to talk about is Swerve Strickland, um, who is still going after the world title, and I'm assuming yeah we're getting Swerve versus Samoa Joe at Dynasty, which is amazing because I did not want Joe and Wardlow at the pay per view. Like I'm sorry, like guys, I want to like Wardlow so bad, and trust me, booking did fail him. Um, like after the whole MJF debacle, but I really don't think he will ever. Especially on a roster now with Will Ospreay, with Okada, with Kenny Omega coming back, with Swerve Strickland, with Hangman doing as good as he is, eventually Darby Allin. I just don't see Wardlow ever getting that popular or that level of fanfare again. I just feel like the ship has sailed. Like he's like I like Apollo right now said he disagrees. I I would like to hear your take because the crowd is not gonna want him to be world champion over the guys I just listed. Like, let's be realistic. Like, there's a lot of guys in AEW. Like, it's so stacked at the top that a lot of these guys are, a lot of them, the ship has sailed on them. Like, for example, one of them being Malachi Black. Like, that dude is cooked, bro. Like, and at this point, I have no problem saying that. If he were to leave tomorrow for WWE, I wouldn't shed a single tear. like, bro, we got Okada and we got Will Ospreay. Swerve is white hot too. Yo, I didn't even see this guy coming up. And, um, I would no, I disagree on Adam Cole. Someone said that the ship has sailed on Adam Cole. Well, as world champion, yes, probably, but I still think he can be a great asset to the roster. Like he can be in the international title scene for sure. And you know what? Wardlow can too. I'm not saying the ship has sailed on Wardlow completely. Like I think he can still be like a great, like upper mid Carter. Because guys, not everybody needs to be or can be. I think that's the more important wording. Not everyone can be a world champion. Like it, if some of these guys, like some of these guys need to create tag teams too, like so they can, like get more TV time and just be creative. Like I don't know, like Mike Santana. I love Mike Santana, bro. Proud and Powerful were, those they were day one AEW guys. Like, but he wanted to be a singles guy, and there was just no way that was gonna work in AEW. Just no way. He like if Santana and Ortiz would have teamed up again last year, I think they could have still done great things. But obviously, he didn't want that. It's a shame. This guy. Look at this troll. He says AEW will never have that same All Out 2021 feel. Bro, they topped it at Revolution. Right. My bad, guys. But yeah. No, Revolution is going to end up aging way better than All Out. I said in my video, I said why, because All Out, as good as it was, um, Revolution was just part of restoring the feeling, and it was people who believe in the company who actually want to be there. Like, okay, this guy, like, why, this guy, bro, hold on, what is this guy's problem, bro? Should Steve Macklin become all elites? I don't know. I feel like him. I don't know if he would do well in AEW. He's like another guy who like he might be good in TNA, but like he'd be like a mid carder in AEW, bro, and that's no disrespect against him. I'm telling you, guys, I said in that video. For those who didn't see it, the level has been raised. Like there's no room for mid, for lack of a better term. Like, did you guys see the Jack Perry scapegoat stuff? He joined House of Torture. That's actually horrible in my opinion. Like, it's horrible. There was a new set, a new look, a new logo. I actually really love it. I love how it's both like a throwback to the original tunnels, but it still has its unique touch, like a brand new unique touch. And what I like most about it though is that it doesn't look like WWE light. I didn't like all the LEDs and all that. Like just like I don't know why wrestling has become so obsessed with LEDs and everything. Like it's WWE's fault. It's always WWE's fault. So yeah, and then they made their main colors red and blue. That was really weird. So I'm glad that they brought back like the rainbow aesthetic. And yeah, it just feels like classic AEW, man. And um but yeah, I didn't get to finish what I was talking about. Swerve Strickland is chasing after the title, and I think at Dynasty he should win it. I think it's his moment now. After his promo on Dynamite, like the people, like he I think he's even more over now. And it's so crazy that AEW right now has two super over baby faces in Swerve Strickland and Will Ospreay, and that's gonna make for a mega fight, bro. At All In, I'm presuming Swerve versus Ospreay, because right now they're both white hot baby faces. How do I do this? There we go. So I do think that All In, we're the potential of Tony Khan has matches for like the next 3 years, bro, with all the top level talent he signed. It's insane. Which I also want to talk about. Yeah, Will Ospreay and Brian Danielson. So Will Ospreay is insane, bro. He's gonna be wrestling like classic matches every week on TV. He had one with Kyle Fletcher just last night, and of course afterwards Brian Danielson came out and they had the big face off. And like this roster is ridiculous, man. This I don't know. I don't know what combination of match. I don't know if they'll be able to outdo the Revolution match with Will Ospreay and Konosuke Takeshita, but I think it'll still be like a match of the year contender. And it's crazy that I'm saying that considering it's Will Ospreay and Brian Danielson. Um, but yeah, man, like it's absolutely insane. Like, and you know what I love that Tony Khan is not holding back anymore on these dream matches. Like, and he shouldn't be. He finally learned to use his roster, and we're gonna be getting matches like this every month. Yep, and they're hyping up matches like months in advance, which is good stuff, man. Why aren't these guys moving, bro? Imagine thinking Seth Rollins is better than Will Ospreay. I can't take these people serious. MVF, man, appreciate you. He says, dream matches for Copeland post Christian feud. Um, I would love to see Copeland versus Okada for sure, just because that'd be like absolutely insane and surreal to see them sharing the ring. Copeland and Omega obviously is one. Um, Copeland and um, Darby. I think Darby can have a great match with anyone, bro. Uh, versus Swerve. They're yeah, like basically all the top guys, man. But yeah, I assume he's winning the TNT title, right? Like this time, it has to happen. That's what it feels like. Cause he can't lose like that many times in a row, will he? Well, not that he can't, but not Tony Khan won't make him lose that many times. Look, I know people are saying, "Oh, Forbidden Door like is gonna be pointless now." That's on New Japan, man. Like I know people are gonna be blaming AEW signing everybody, but Like these past few shows have not been encouraging. Like what are they doing, man? Like Jack Perry in the House of Torture. That's like the least of my worries. What are they doing with like with Yoda Suji and just like all the young guys, man? Like it's just it hasn't been encouraging, and because they still have the roster to have some good matches, some dream matches, but I was gonna say like this year was gonna be like the like a little bit of a rebuild year. Nothing wrong with that, but even then, like New Japan is not giving me any hope right now. But yeah, I also want to talk about Darby Allen, man. Obviously, this is um big news. He no longer has Sting after having him by his side for the past 3 years. Um, Darby Allen's gonna have his last match for a while, maybe ever. I don't want to say that, man, but there is a very real possibility, and we'll talk about it right now. His last match uh, for a good while next Wednesday at Big Business against Jay White, and I expect that to be a banger. First time ever, Darby Allen versus um, Jay White. Um, and yeah, man, Darby cut a very emotional promo, and hold on, give me a second, y'all. All right, cool. And yeah, Darby cut a very emotional promo, and uh, it was just crazy that he acknowledged that he can that it might be the last time he wrestles, bro. And you guys gotta understand that there is a very real possibility that something can go wrong. For those who don't know, obviously Darby Allin is gonna climb Mount Everest in April, and it takes about, if I'm not mistaken, I think it takes 2 months. The whole process takes 2 months, and so I was curious about this whole thing, right? I did a lot of research, guys, because the Darby promo was very very eerie and like had a weird vibe, But he did acknowledge that the possibility of dying is very real, and so the good thing is, I'll start with this. He hired a company who has done the summit plenty of times successfully. Um, Also, he's actually been like legit training. When he did an interview where he said that he told these guys that he wanted to climb Everest with no prior mountain climbing experience, and that they told him you're crazy. And he's like, all right, well, like throw me into like your training programs or whatever. So he's been climbing mountains, and I think what was it, New Zealand, um, the same city as well where Everest is. So he's already been climbing some mountains, and he said that the team he has was they're like, okay, you legit have a shot at doing this after seeing him train. So he's legit been training. A lot of people are like, no, he has no prior experience. He's not taking this serious. Um, he's been taking it pretty serious from everything that he said. Um, and and yeah, man. So there's that. But last year there were a record amount of deaths at Mount Everest just last year. But he has a good team with him, so long as he listens and is disciplined and does things right. I mean, who knows, man? Here's hoping that he turns out okay. Cause man, like I'm way too invested in his story, and I cannot. I cannot I cannot imagine the worst case scenario should something happen, man. Like that would break my heart, bro. Uh, but yeah, here's hoping Darby's good. Um, but yeah, like there's just this sentiment that I've seen mostly on Reddit, bro. Reddit is so weird, man. Like they think they know everything, but they really don't know nothing. But he has been training. Like I just really wanted to make that a point that he's been doing the proper training and yeah, like it would be unprecedented for a wrestler to climb Mount Everest. Um, he said he wants to plant a AEW flag at the summit. We'll see. We'll see if he does, if he makes it happen. But yeah, Darby Allin has a world title run waiting for him when he gets back. In my opinion, at least, do it for Sting. Yeah, Reddit is lame. They're 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 uh they're riding Triple H so hard. It's not even funny. Um, this guy keeps asking about Kevin Kelly. Um, yeah, I seen the news. Just gonna assume he's gone because he's not at Collision tonight. I mean, what do you expect? He was tweeting. He was publicly tweeting about Ian Riccaboni. I mean, that's uh that's all I have to say. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's gone. So that's all I really have to add. Um, Sammy Guevara has been suspended because apparently he, what was it that he hit the? Didn't JBL climb Mount Everest? I'm pretty sure he didn't. Like, nah, that sounds completely unbelievable. That sounds like something he said. That's complete BS. Like, come on now. What was I talking about, y'all? Yeah, Sammy was suspended. Apparently, he hit the GTH on Jeff Hardy when the match was supposed to just end. I don't know, man. Like, if that's the case, then yeah, I think he hit the GTH on a concussed Jeff Hardy after being told to finish the match. So if that really did happen, then I don't know. I don't know where I stand because I have seen people saying that you should also suspend the referee, and I really don't know where to stand on. Like um, I think Sammy should have just listened. If you want to suspend the ref too, then I guess you can do that, but that's not up to me. I'm sure they investigated properly and you know assessed the situation. But yeah, that's what is that Sammy's third suspension? Was he suspended for the Eddie Kingston thing? He wasn't, right? It was only Eddie. So it's only his second. Well, I say only like it's ah, did they see me? Cuz I know Eddie was sent home for the Oh, I forgot about the Andrade Sammy thing. That one was funny cuz I remember Sammy told him just go back to WWE like we all know you want to, and then he went back to WWE like 2 years later. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say to that. Like I really can't speak on it because I don't know, man. Like that's my opinion on it. Like if he really didn't listen, like if he was explicitly told end the match, this guy's concussed, and he still hit a move, then I find it hard to say like oh no, like these are grown people, man. You got to protect your opponent in the ring. So yeah, and I say that as a Sammy fan too. You guys know I like Sammy, but if he really did that, then yeah, I just I find it hard to like defend him in that case. So Riho versus Chris Statlander was a great match, by the way, guys. Riho never misses, does she? Neither does Chris. So we all knew this was. Anybody who knows like wrestling knows this match was gonna be great. Like these two never miss. So I know it wasn't their first match against each other in AEW. So um, it's just good to see Riho again, and she's gonna wrestle again next week on Dynamite against Willow, which is interesting that Willow is wrestling on the same card that Mercedes will be debuting on. Isn't it crazy, man? Like Mercedes' debut is finally next Wednesday after after how long? 14 months of speculation. She she was gonna join AEW, and then it didn't happen. She was gonna return to WWE, and then it didn't happen. She showed up at All In, and we're like, oh, for sure she's signing with AEW eventually. Um, yeah, man, what a saga. But she's making her AEW debut on Wednesday, and I don't know what she's gonna say. I don't know what she's gonna be doing. I don't know where she debuts. Like I said, are they just gonna do a redo of the first dance where she opens up the show like immediately? I don't know. I'm very interested to see like how they're gonna do her actual debut, and I assume her first opponent will be Serena Deeb. Um, at the pay per view, right? At the April pay per view, you have to at this point. Like that April pay per view Dynasty, like I said, man, it has potential to surpass Revolution, which is insane because I literally just called Revolution one of the best pay per views I've ever seen, and Dynasty has already has potential to surpass it if we get the matches that I think we're gonna get. Okay, much better here. But yeah, um, I saw that she did an interview today where there were some quotes going around um, where she said something along the likes of, "I think I've finally found my wrestling home," and I know that that's gonna make WWE fans super mad. Okay, this is good info here from Sit. I don't know how to say your name, dude. I'm sorry, but he said JBL did climb a couple of mountains, said he was going to climb Everest, but almost died on one of his climbs and never did climb Everest. That's crazy, you see. But so the crew that Darby has, they were impressed with the mountains he's climbed. Darby, I saw this interview where Darby said, you know, people he was climbing with were like coughing up blood, and then that he was literally just chilling. Like that's crazy, man. I really do think that people underestimate the conditioning that pro wrestlers have. I think a lot of people don't think that wrestling is much, man. You hear it all the time, like when celebrities try wrestling and then they get in the ring and they're like, oh, this is way harder than I thought. So yeah. But that's interesting. I didn't even know that JBL climbed mountains. I was like, for sure he didn't climb Everest. Like I just, yeah. Yeah, like your cardio for wrestling has to be insane, which is why guys like Kenny Omega, Okada, Osprey, and Danielson, that's why people consider these guys the goats, bro, because they can go out there and have like these like 50, 60 minute classics, and you would never know that they're like super tired. You would never be able to tell. Someone say Mercedes joins the Don Callis family. I've heard Eighth says I've heard people say a wrestling ring is like a trampoline. Ooh, those people don't know. There's wooden pads under the ring. I mean, we all know that, but obviously some people don't. Yo, Eternal Deeds. I'm glad you're at the stream, man. All we do is chill and talk wrestling, man. This isn't a review or anything. Because I know people always come into these thinking like they're review shows. They're really not. We're just like hanging out talking about wrestling. So glad to have y'all. A lot of first time viewers, I would assume, because there's a lot of people watching, man. Do I like Pentagon? Yeah, of course, man. I do wish he could do more in AEW, but I think that's down to excuse me. Um Yo, Pierre, what's up? Um I think man, I lose my train of thought right away. I'm sorry. Oh, Pentagon. I heard that Pentagon and Ray Phoenix only ever sign year long deals that they just renew every year. I don't know how accurate that is, but if that's the case, then I can see why Tony Khan is reluctant to put them in anything long term. But um, Lucha Bros will always have a special place in my heart, bro. Like they are AEW OGs, and frankly, they had one of the best matches I've ever seen at a pay per view. I was there for live, All Out 2021, the pay per view that I long thought would never be topped, which I think was just topped this past Sunday by Revolution. How do I get all these guys out of here, bro? I don't think so. I don't think Phoenix is like injury prone or anything. I want to ask you guys something. Are the Lucha Bros the Young Bucks' greatest rival? I think that's a fair question, right? I mean, the Young Bucks have many rivals. That's the thing. They've had classics with a lot of tag teams. One of the greatest Dynamites since Title Tuesday. Yeah, Jermaine, I agree. I agree, man. Yo, Jermaine, I saw your comment on my video essay from yesterday, my review for Revolution, where you said you said you watch all my videos on the TV because I make cinema. Yo, man, I really appreciate it. That a lot. You might think I don't read all your comments, but I do, man. That was that one hit me hard. FTR, I don't know. Like FTR and the Young Bucks have had great matches, classic matches, even some of the best tag team matches I've seen. But I would still put Lucha Bros above FTR for whatever reason. I can't even tell you why. I think the matches have just been better. Well, it's down to taste, right? Like, but it's because like they've had great matches, but I don't ever think the feuds themselves have reached their full potential. Tony Khan. Yeah, Tony Khan. That's a funny guy. He's obviously super happy, super hyped. He wasn't lying when he said 2024 was the new 2021, y'all. He wasn't lying. All right, cool. Yeah, the Lucha Bros. You know that they're gonna do the Young Bucks versus Edge and Christian too, sometime soon. I'm telling you guys, the amount of matches that Tony Khan has up his sleeve for the next like 3 years is insane. Okada is not washed, by the way. I don't think he's washed. And even if he was, washed Okada is still better than like 95% of wrestlers in the world. I get a little, I do get a little annoyed when people say that AEW was never bad. I mean, it was never horrible. It was never like straight up terrible. There was always some good. But 2023 was rough, man, because they were really trying to be WWE light, and you literally cannot deny it. Like Tony Khan has confirmed it that they were experimenting in 2023, and he found that in 2024 it was best to go back to their own identity as the alternative. The MJF Devil story is overhated, says Jordan Daniel. I don't think so. I think it's I think it was pretty cringy. It was just very, very inconsistent. Oz and Glorious, man. Thank you. He says, Happy late B Day, Tranq. I was at Revolution and cried many tears. But Disco Garcia lost, and he looked right at me, giving him the bird 3 times. That's crazy, Oz. I appreciate the love, though, man. I appreciate you. I had a feeling that that you were gonna send some Daniel Garcia hate, but now how can you hate Daniel Garcia after that match, man? Like he had the whole arena going crazy. Stop comparing him to Disco, man. Disco is like a legit a legit fool. But I get it. We're not always gonna agree, man. I get if you don't like Garcia, but but yeah, I appreciate you. I'm trying to get okay. There we go. Yo, I've seen Adam Cole has become polarizing, right? Um, I said it earlier in the stream. Maybe the chance for him to be world champion has passed him by in AEW. I still think he can be a good like international champion, TNT champion, even continental champion. Like I want him in the C2 this year actually, so he can remind people how good he can be. Um, he needs to be Ring of Honor Adam Cole though, not NXT Adam Cole. His match against MJF on Dynamite, not the one at All In, was a great reminder of how good he can be. It's just a shame. Like it's incredibly unlucky that he's gotten 2 long-term injuries during his AEW run. Like incredibly unfortunate. But yeah, the roster's so stacked, man, that all these guys can't be in the title scene. So you should build up that international title or the Continental Crown. Like build it up, man. And you can have guys like Adam Cole, Roderick Strong, Kyle O'Reilly, which by the way I'm glad he's back. Um, guys like that fighting for it. That would be sick in my opinion. Let's see. I'm trying to read your guys's. Yeah, the Continental crown is being built up pretty major, especially if you have Okada coming in to fight for it. There's no better way to make a title feel important by having Okada fight for it. AEW, no, no, no. I don't think there's a chance in hell that Wardlow wins next week. Watch him win. Watch him win now. So you know what? I think the 2021 trio of Danielson, Cole, and Punk obviously have not, weren't. Danielson has lived up to his potential, in my opinion. Obviously, though he's been having classics. Um, Punk got fired. Cole's been injured a lot, but which is why I think the signings, which I think Osprey, Okada, and Mercedes are going to be more important signings in the long term compared to the 2021 trio. The 2024 trio, I think, is going to be much more important. Oz says I was at WCW live back in the day, and Garcia is exactly like Disco Inferno was back then. Mediocre AF and on the mic, SHIT on the mic. Fletcher and Hook clear. Man, thanks again, man, for the super chat, but I gotta disagree. I disagree, man. I think Garcia has all the potential in the world. Is it just because of the dance, or I don't get it? Because he's a good promo. He's a good wrestler. I don't get it, Oz. Agree to disagree, man. But I appreciate you because you're a legend of the stream, and you're always sending a bunch of super chats. So thank you, man. Yeah, Disco Inferno is just an embarrassment to the industry. Garcia is I excuse me, y'all. I think they're continuing the Deanna Tony feud. For those who asked what Deanna should do next, why did AEW Fight Forever fail? Because they released a game that wasn't done. You know what the crazy part is? That the best part about Fight Forever was the actual gameplay. And that was the part I was most worried about when the game was announced. I was like, I thought it was gonna be like a broken game. The gameplay is like fine. It's just it doesn't have enough content like the creation suite or story. The story mode is short. I really wish they would just create a new game already, but I know they're trying to keep the game alive, but they're charging too much with DLC, and they're putting out DLC that isn't even like up to date either. Streets of Rage 4. Oz, I did check it out, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I don't think it's a game that I would play honestly, but and I hope I tried to say it. I tried to let you down easy, man. But no, yeah, it's just not my preference, you know. But it looked like a well made game. It's just not my preference. But yeah, man. Thanks again for the super chat. Someone said, name my five next AEW World Champs. Oh, okay, this is a fun one. Um, Swerve, Osprey, Okada, Darby Allen, and then who's the fifth after Darby? You gotta have a heel. I know I'm forgetting someone on the roster who should be the world champion. Um, Screw it. I guess Adam Cole. Jay White, that's the one. Thank you, man. This roster is so stacked. Jeez, that I forget. Jeez, man. Yeah, but exactly in that order. In that order. So I would do Swerve, Osprey, Okada, Darby, and then Jay White. Those would be my next five world champions, without a doubt. What do y'all think about that? Jay White's downfall has to be studied. I don't think he's. I mean, I don't like the Bang Bang Gang. They're obviously listening. They're gonna rehab him with the Darby match. Browsen says Swerve, Darby, Okada, Omega, Osprey. That's a great list. Great list. I also want Omega to have another run. Trust me. I think he can beat Switch in my timeline. Nothing against Ricky, man. I love Ricky, but like it's another thing of you know, there's not a lot of room at the top anymore. Like with these big signings, I wouldn't have MJF hold the world title for a bit. He had a year long run. I don't think he needs it anytime soon. But no, yeah, I like Ricky. Like I do think he has all the potential in the world, and I haven't turned on him like a lot of others have, because I know a lot of people assume, which I think too. I'm not gonna lie, I think he does have one foot out the door, but you never know. But he's not like in the Malachi tier either, where you can tell he just straight up doesn't want to be there. The downfall of Sammy, man. Y'all are crazy. Yeah, I wouldn't give MJF the world title anytime soon. Yo, how am I gonna get rid of these guys, bro? You know what? I forgot about Hangman too. I think eventually he needs to hold the world title again too. I think he's waited long enough. Someone says, Sammy is WWE bound? I don't think so. And if they were to take him, he wouldn't have as high of a ceiling. But I mean, who knows? Maybe he is a Cody guy, like surprisingly. But that's one that a lot of people. That's one that not a lot of people have brought up. But I just don't see it happening. But I mean, never say never, right? Thoughts on Mikey Ruckus? The guy does not miss. Well, rarely misses. That new. I didn't even talk about the new Dynamite theme, but I think it's pretty. I think it's pretty good. It sounds nostalgic in a way. Like it reminds me of like the mid 2000s, like WWE intro themes. I mean that in a good way too. I do think Steven as well that yo, thanks Jacob, appreciate it. The birthday wishes. um, Steven, I do agree that if Sammy were to sign with WWE, they would put him in NXT for like a really long time. That's how I feel too. Do I think Cody ever comes back to AEW? Never say never, man. I think he resigns though. Obviously, they're gonna give him his world title. I don't think he's gonna have the. I still think that Cody is not their long term face like a lot of people think he is. He's gonna beat Roman Reigns, but I don't think he's the next John Cena in the sense that WWE. I don't think WWE views him as the next John Cena, even though the fans love him. Obviously, he sells a lot of merch. Um, by those metrics, he is. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying about how WWE views him because he wasn't a WWE creation, guys. And Triple H is just as petty as Vince McMahon in that sense, even though some people don't want to admit it. So he's gonna finish his story. He's gonna get a big moment. I still don't think WWE view him as their long-term face of the company, even though he should be by all accounts. They're gonna want to push one of their own from NXT, like Braun Breaker or something. Yo, Drew McIntyre is doing fantastic work, bro. Like this guy, this man, this guy is incredible. Like he's doing incredible work despite being in the Fed, man. Like he's the way he's grilling everyone is so funny to me. Like he was roasting Seth Rollins just the other day on social media. I thought that was funny. Honestly, yeah, I think Darby Allen. I'm answering someone here in the chat. I think Darby Allen is my favorite pillar. It was MJF. For a brief, it was always Darby except for a small window when it was MJF. But no, it's 100% um, Darby Allen for me now. That dude's insane. Yeah, Drew even quoted CM Punk from Brawl Out. That was hilarious. This guy's a menace, bro. Yeah, I'm actually not looking forward to if MJF comes back as a face, which he most likely will. I don't want him and Adam Cole to have this sports entertainment feud, bro. Someone needs to sit him down and be like, "Yo, we restored the feeling. Don't kill it again for the second year in a row." Darby Allen with the bat was amazing. It was an amazing touch. Jack Evans, like the wrestler, Jack from the Heavens Evans. Yeah, I think Samoa Joe has been a good champion. He's had a lot to do with the vibes feeling good again. Yeah, they need to make MJF and Adam Cole a blood feud. I agree. Like these guys gotta hate each other. Like CM Punk MJF type beat. You know, like these guys need to hate each other and no more ha-has or none of that. Like make it a serious feud, man. And if they make it a serious feud, I think they can. I think they can cook. I know a lot of people are over Adam Cole and MJF, but if they were to make it serious, I think it has a lot of potential. I don't know what to do with these guys. The ha-has and the yuck yucks. Yeah, I know. I know Coco likes when I say that. Yeah, I mean it's true, man. All right, cool. Feel like I haven't talked to a lot of y'all in a while. Like I saw Coco pop up, and I was like, man, Trank only likes when our truth makes him laugh. No, that's all I have to say. Um, isn't it funny how like WWE fans are hyping up Awesome Truth in 2024? Like, bro, have some shame. I mean, our truth is he's not a bad guy. Like, trust me, I'm not saying he's not funny. I just I don't watch I don't watch that stuff. Do you guys remember when Adam Cole and MJF danced in the middle of the ring? That's the type of stuff I'm talking about. That's the type of stuff I don't want to see. Like, it's weird that that even happened. Like, that wouldn't happen in 2024. Miz versus Okada. Okay, complete. Cool. No, so there's a difference. Daniel Garcia's dance is like a taunt. Um, MJF and Adam Cole were straight up having a dance off. You can't tell me the two are similar. Like, come on now. That's what's the word? Disingenuous. Disingenuous. Sorry guys, I'm Mexican, Sometimes I have trouble with the English language. Okay. Yeah, like they were trying so hard to cater to the casual fan, the WWE fan, and so one WWE fans didn't like it, and two they pissed off their core fan base, like me. I was like, "Yo, what happened? I forgot. I was replaying the game." Okay, I heard the Raimi suit got updated. Let's see, the Toby Maguire suit. All right. Um, Yo, Steven, there's no way. Steven just said, here's a fun fact. R-Truth is older than Ric Flair was when he formed Evolution. That's crazy. No, yeah, R-Truth looks great for his age, man. I'm not gonna lie, The Rock has been cooking all these guys, Cody and Seth. Like, like I know that he's probably gonna be like how do you call it? Um, what do you call it? Gassed in the ring once the actual match starts. But nah, like since turning heel, the stuff I've seen from him has been good. Like didn't he upload like like a 20-minute video on his social media just like talking crap? Like that was cool cuz it was on social media. But yeah, man, I just can't do like 30-minute talking segments. That's another reason why like the a lot of MJF's reign started to go sour. Um I really hope they give MJF a talk when he comes back, and they tell him do more of what you were doing when in the Punk feud. Do that. Yeah, The Rock is a star, bro. There's no denying that. There is absolutely no denying that. MJF and Danielson. I remember people being pretty like not satisfied with the build, but of course the match itself was one of the greatest matches in AEW history. But because a lot of people were saying it was just a repeat of every MJF feud where Danielson had to, fight a bunch of MJF's like just goons and stuff. I remember that being the talk of the feud. I guess looking back at it now, it was not as bad compared to the stuff he did later in his title reign. Have I ever been to a show? Yup, I was at All Out 2021. I was at Forbidden Door 2022, and I was at Dynamite last year in El Paso. So I've been to three AEW shows. I've been to two WrestleManias too. I think it's awesome that Osprey is already facing Danielson, man. I was just talking about it how Tony Khan's not holding back anymore, and you can't with this roster. Use it while you can, and it's part of the reason of 30 and no, it was 32 and 34. Steven, you almost got it right. I went to two horrible WrestleManias. I don't have a Discord, my friend. I'm sorry. Browsing, that's a good point. That's a good point that people don't realize. If Tony Khan was truly experimenting with AEW in 2023, maybe he encouraged MJF to do all these, Fed type angles. So, yeah, I don't deny that. I've been to 20, says Robert. 20 shows. That's what's up. I'm actually, you know what? I'm glad they didn't save Okada for big business because now you have like 3 weeks in a row with like big debuts, and plus Mercedes does deserve her all WrestleMania 20. Yo, I love that show. I was gonna say Mercedes does deserve her own moment, so I think it worked out fine. You were at the collision with Omega and MJF, dude. That's what's up. I love that match. Yeah, the WrestleMania 20 ending, man. Don't even get me started. You know what? That's the first WrestleMania I remember seeing, like as a kid. My dad ordered that pay per view, and it was so cool to see Eddie Guerrero retain, man. But yeah, that ending is with Benoit and all that. Like Jay, so I'm assuming you just won $50 because yeah, Mercedes is showing up next week. There's no way she doesn't. You were at the Garden, yo. To anyone who lives in New York, how? Like how? Genuinely, what do you guys do for a living? Isn't it crazy expensive out there? But that's cool because you guys get like massive shows all the time. So that's what's up. Terrell says he went to WrestleMania 22 and left a as a Cena fan and left as a hater. Thoughts on Matt Hardy's contract expiring? Tony Khan better not renew it. That's all I know. Thanks for reminding me about that. He better let him go. Do you guys know you can vaguely see Arthur Ashe in this game? You guys see it out there actually? Like at the direction that Spider-Man is more or less looking at? Let me try to get closer. It's all the way out there. You can't get too close though cuz the map ends around here. But yeah, Arthur Ashe is out there. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to try to get closer. I really don't want Matt Hardy to renew, bro. You move to the south. That's the answer to live in New York. Oh yeah, okay. This is about as good of a view. Arthur Ashe is all the way out there, guys. You see it? And then the other stadium right next to it, the one that supposedly AEW is gonna run. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I remember when I discovered it, I was like, "Hey, AEW!" So yeah, yeah, man, I'm over the Hardys, dude. Of course, yeah, Miro too. Oscar, thank you for bringing that up. Miro for sure needs to go. Yeah, Louis Armstrong Stadium. That's the one, Steven. Thanks, man. Man, you guys are the best, man. This is the best wrestling community, hands down. This is the only place where you can talk about wrestling and some guys playing Spider-Man, bro. You won't get that nowhere else. Or talk about wrestling while I play Roblox or some dumb some dumb thing like that. Nah, Roblox is fire. I don't care what y'all say. I love playing Roblox. Yeah, man, I agree. The vibes have been off the chart. Like they've been like 2021. Like I haven't seen the AW fan base this hyped, this happy in a long time. Like um normal dude, to answer your question, I have not tried New Game Plus, but I'll probably try it um this weekend. I'm just replaying my old save. But Yeah, man, the AEW fan base is happy, excited, and like frankly, I'm not trying to be corny or anything, but united, man. Because let's be honest, we were all divided last year. It was like Team Punk, Team Elite, like, um, but I'm the biggest Punk fanboy, and I'll tell you, with the benefit of hindsight, it was time for him to go. So yeah. Anyway, I don't want to open that can of worms. It's done. Both sides are doing better. It's over. Who cares? But yeah, man, AEW's on, like, creatively they're on fire, bro. And once they like keep if they keep at this level, it's gonna pay off. Watch, it's gonna pay off. Nobody is talking about this, but the last three pay-per-views sold out. The last three pay-per-views, man. Yeah, who wants a monopoly in wrestling? You guys don't remember how horrible it was? Yeah. Anyway, like who? I don't care about ticket sales or ratings anyway. Like that doesn't affect me, bro. So long as the show is good. That's why I was so That's why I was criticizing AEW a lot last year. Obviously I wasn't enjoying the show, bro, and now it's catered to my taste more. If it's not catered to your taste, that's okay. There's other wrestling out there. Yeah, I do think all that drama did damage perception, but I think they're gonna be okay so long as they keep it up, and as long as they don't renew all these guys who don't want to be there. Like if I were Tony Khan, I would just get rid of Miro, Malachi, Buddy right now. Honestly. Yeah, exactly, bro. More people go to McDonald's. Is it the best burger in the world? Not in my opinion. There's better burgers at Chico's Tacos, bro. That's a local joint in El Paso for those who don't know. But yeah, I like the new set. I do. Well, so I want to answer you, Terrell. Um, you're saying that if they don't improve, that they're gonna turn into TNA. I couldn't disagree more because TNA never sold over 100,000 pay-per-views. AEW always does that. TNA never sold 10,000 tickets. Even if the TV attendance is down, the pay-per-view attendance, they've sold every one of them out of the last well, the last three at least, and Dynasty is gonna sell out too. Bet. So I get what you're saying. Like obviously we do want the metrics to go up on every front, but they're not getting close to TNA level anytime soon. There's just you know, there's things that they have to their advantage that won't ever get them down to that level. Like TNA, even in their prime, guys, um, like they never had the budget that AEW did. Like that's just Tony Khan's a billionaire. He's gonna inherit like his dad's empire too. So um, yeah, like even the TV network had to help pay Sting's contract in TNA. So yeah, what year was TNA's prime? I would say so statistically, people are gonna say like 2012 probably or 2011, but um, creatively, I think it was like 2008, 2009. Sting really helped TNA for sure. the X Division. The X Division was such a great idea. Did Jeff Jarrett come up with that? Because the X Division was insane. I love how they said it's not about weight limits, it's about no limits. And I was like, damn. Coney Island, is that where the Ferris wheels and all that are at? Someone in the chat requested I go. Okay, I'll go to Coney Island. I'm not really doing much anyway in the game, so let me just put a marker on it. It's all the way on the other side of the map. Let's cruise it all the way out there. Oh yeah, right here. Yo, I'm just glad that my dad got me into non WWE wrestling, man. That's probably his greatest contribution to my to just like me in general, cuz I mean, I love pro wrestling, bro. Now, you know what? I am happy that Mustafa Ali went to TNA before AEW. I really do think he is gonna have a more prominent spot. Well, he already has a prominent spot on TNA compared to AEW. Yeah, the trios division, that thing needs work, but I think we're headed there with Bang Bang Gang. They're not really calling them Bullet Club Gold anymore. I know commentary did say it, but on their like on all the on like the video that plays during their entrance, like it doesn't say Bullet Club Gold anymore. It's just Bang Bang Gang. But trust with the trios division with the new elite, and then throw in um the Bang Bang Gang, throw in um Kyle O'Reilly, throw him in with well, I don't know what Kyle's gonna be doing. Like, is he gonna be? I don't really want the undisputed era from NXT to come back. Yeah, the BCC for sure. Um, Aussie Open. Here it is, Coney Island. Yeah, man. The acclaimed. I don't know. They really cooled off. Like super cooled off. It's crazy. I want Jay White to and while the whole Bang Bang Gang to just break away. Well, they're not dead cold. They're not obviously, but like I guess from they do always get loud pops. I should say that. But they're just not the same. There is a difference. All right, let's walk around just like we're normal here. Robert, I assume you mean the Bang Bang Scissor Gang, right? Because the original Bullet Club Gold was actually, really good, especially on Collision. Let's see what suits do I have. Yeah, Pack is also coming back. Like, are you kidding me? This roster is so insane. Yo, this suit is sick. All right, let's do Andrew Garfield suit. Collision might be dead too. What? Collision's been great this year. What are you talking about? Bullet Club Gold versus CMFTR. I mean, just the tag match of Jay and Juice versus FTR. That was a classic. Daniel, a fellow TASM 2 enjoyer? Me too, man. Well, it's not my favorite Spider-Man movie, but I love the movie actually. That movie came out in a very um how would I say? That movie came out at the right time for me to consider it a good movie. What's this guy doing, bro? This guy's just chilling up here. Isn't the roller coaster open? Collision has been great this year. Yeah, I don't know about this talk about it being dead. It's kind of crazy. Jay White should be TNT champ. He should be international champion or continental crown champion. I see the TNT title. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I see it more as like the more of a like a how do I even explain it? Like a more storyline heavy title, if that makes sense. At least with Christian having held it. I don't know, man. I don't know if I the international title did feel important at a point, but that's an interesting debate. Next champ should be Copeland, Starks, and White. As long as we get some singles gold on Jay White, I'm good. Which among the three singles titles in AEW is a legitimate secondary title? It's hard to say, man. Especially with the Continental Crown around. Um, because the international title was like the work rate belt for a while. Um, and so was the TNT title. At least when Darby had it and Cody had it, those were the work rate belts. And then Miro kind of turned it into a like a like a I guess just a storyline belt. It's hard to say. The belts change identity a lot, and they rotate importance a lot too, in my opinion. I really don't know, man. It's a good question. Because I wish the international title was actually an international title. That would give it a lot of its own identity. Like if you know a wrestler consistently defended it either like in Mexico, Japan, Europe. Obviously, that would be asking a lot of the champion to be traveling a lot, but yeah, I think the international title needs something to differentiate it from the other ones because the TNT title at least feels like a storyline heavy belt, and as of right now, I think the Continental Crown is for like the like the best guys who can wrestle in AEW. You know? Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Hezekiah. Yeah. I saw, yeah, when Orange Cassidy defended it in England. Like Rouge, he's in Mexico all the time, right? Rouge was injured and he had a visa issues, but he should be back very very soon. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but the guys at Cultaholic were looked so mad that Okada joined AEW. These guys are WWE fanboys, bro. Yeah, I thought OC and Strong had a good match. In my video, I called it like it felt like a good Dynamite opener. Obviously it like on Revolution, a match that had some insane matches. It wasn't match of the night, but it was a good match. Yeah, British wrestling YouTubers. I'm so glad that a lot of them they're not getting as many views as they used to too, because I feel like they used to be the most prominent voices in on wrestling YouTube, and now we have guys like, um, well, like who? I don't know. I was just saying now we have guys like, I don't know, man. I think Joseph Montecillo is pretty underrated. Simon Miller is cool, man. It's a shame he works for What Culture, but nah, I'm not gonna count myself. Obviously, that'd be really narcissistic of me. But nah, guys, I don't know. I try to be different from wrestling YouTube by avoiding clickbait, and even if people think I come off as pretentious at times, but that's okay. I'm like a I'm like a wrestling YouTuber who thinks he's part of a movie YouTube, like, and I say that ironically. I'm not being serious. But thanks, guys. I appreciate the love. Planet Productions is the goat. Yep, you just got to see their thumbnails, and they're like super clickbaity with the pictures they use of Tony Khan, Cultaholic, Wrestle Talk, What Culture, all of those guys. Yo, I'm glad I can help you guys in any way. Um, Terrell just said I caught him up with Jay White. That's what's up, man. Like, AEW makes my life way easier if they're good. Like it was. I didn't want to make all those criticism videos last year, but I had to. I feel like if I have a platform, it needs to be used. Jay, Plana is the Tranq of the Fed. Disrespectfully. Oh, y'all are too much. Oh yeah, Sonny the Jobber used to be a good one, and then he completely like switched once Triple H got in charge and Brawl Out happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I don't blame him because that made him more money. But I could have done that too if the goal was just to earn money, but I didn't. So, but Sonny the Jobber used to be so good, man. It's a shame he fell off. Yo, I still respect Brian Zane, even though me and him don't agree on certain things. Like, and I don't even mean that like I've never interacted with him. I'm just saying like with his opinions in general that I've seen on like social media. But I respect that he tries to stay away from like clickbait and stuff. Because I used to actually watch Wrestling with Regret like religiously, y'all. Like before I was even a YouTuber and stuff. Like that was a long time ago. But yeah, I respect that guy. Eighth, he said, I don't recognize a single name you said. No, yeah, like trust me, like wrestling YouTube, it's like I'm not blowing smoke up my own you know I'm not even including myself in this, but there's really not too many good like YouTube creators, man, and that's why I gave Joseph Montecillo a shout out because I think that guy does great work and he um he watches like all the wrestling in the world. A part of it is too. A lot of creators can't talk about like New Japan because of copyright and stuff. Like that's a shame because I would cover New Japan way more if it weren't for their copyright stuff. So wrestling bios, yeah, pretty good work. I think I think me and him had like a kind of like a uh, funny interaction on Twitter years ago where I think I think I called him out on something, but that was a long time ago. It was dumb. But no, I from what I've seen, their work is good. It's hard, man. It's hard to be a creator on in the wrestling scene because a lot of these guys are so unlikable. I don't want to make enemies. I wish I was cool with. I wish a lot of these guys were cooler, so I would have more crossover content. But that's why I just keep to myself mostly. I'm not on Discord or anything like that. Um, Yeah, man. I guess that's some insight on how I see it. Like I'm not actively looking to make enemies, you know. A lot of these guys are just like lame in my opinion. And um cuz there's no integrity, man. I don't respect people with who have no integrity. Like stand on your opinions. Like a lot of people switched when it became convenient. When AEW was hot, everybody was making, "Oh, I love AEW content." When they had their rough patch, their rough couple of years, everybody jumped on the WWE train. Like it's just it's it's funny to me. Kevin, you don't watch wrestling no more, bro? That's actually crazy. I saw your chat. Just wanted to make sure I answered that. I don't even blame you, man. Talking about wrestling, especially AEW, can be like pretty annoying, right? With like all the haters, but it is what it is. Where they're putting on good shows, so that's all that really matters. Content vultures, yeah. Club Lucha, I'll check them out. I don't think I've seen them. Will AEW run a pay per view in Japan? I don't know if they ever will, man. Good question. I'm sure if they do, there'll be a heavy New Japan presence. Excuse me. It won't be Forbidden Door either. Um, the point of Forbidden Door is for New Japan to make some money in other countries and expand their brand. Because I've seen a lot of people say, "Oh, Forbidden Door in Japan next year." That's not the point of Forbidden Door for New Japan. Wrestling news now. I know exactly what channel you're talking about. The super clickbait. Like, okay, so that one that one is so clickbait that it's funny. Like it's not even it's so dumb that it's funny. It's so bad it's good. In other words. Kevin, that's what's up, man. I'm glad you're like in the Final Fantasy community. And especially if they're more chill. Yeah, guys, I encourage you guys to find like niche groups that are welcoming. The wrestling community is anything but welcoming. Well, unless you find the right group, right? I feel like all you guys are chill and I take great pride in that we all pretty much get along here. Even if we disagree on stuff, like we're not always gonna agree. We're all different people, so like I remember the day CM Punk got fired, y'all were letting me have it, and I probably deserved it. I deserved it, yeah. But Spider-Man can fly. Yes, he can with the wings, the web wings. Penta is on Rampage on Friday. Nice. The Crocs community is super chill. Is it? Or are you just being funny? Like there's a community for everything these days, guys, like because of the internet. Um so yeah, find your niche. Jay, I had a feeling you're being serious. The Crocs community, that's what's up. Yeah, there's a community for everything, Eighth. Like if you search on YouTube or Reddit, if you have an interest, like just try to see if there's a subreddit for it. Except wrestling. Stay away from wrestling subreddit. It's horrible. But like yeah, man. Any thoughts on why Athena is still on ROH? I really think Tony Khan want. I think when she gets called up back to AEW, I think she's gonna get a monster push, and I just don't think he wants to do that just yet. But she'll be back soon. I know. Yeah, so people have a reason to watch her. She's the main. She's the brand. She is ROH right now. Oh yeah, Steven. Don't even bring up that subreddit. I'm not even gonna give them any attention. But yeah, man, I agree. I agree with what you said. But yeah, they're not worth our time. You know what's funny, guys, is um I hardly got any like WWE fanboys in this latest video, and I feel like that's because they know that AEW is like gaining momentum, and because trust me, when AEW was white hot and my channel was like popping off, um I hardly got any hate comments, and then like Brawl Out happened, Triple H got in charge, and then I couldn't go a single video without um trolls in the comments. But this one they were awfully quiet, bro. I wonder why. They were awfully quiet. And I was waiting for them to say something. And I was like, "Yeah, let's see what you say now after that show." Athena is wrestling Sheeta at the ROH pay-per-view Mania weekend. Super Card of Honor. No way. That's going to be a banger, dude. I forgot that I forgot about Super Card of Honor, man. I'm not even going to lie. Um and usually they're good shows. It's essentially I know Tony Khan's gonna load it up with some AEW guys too. So it's essentially gonna be like a AEW light show on WrestleMania weekend, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Follow that, my friends. My favorite Triple H quote ever. Yo, it's a shame. Did you guys hear what Mercedes said? Like she's proud of Bailey for because she's gonna main event WrestleMania. Like she's not gonna main event WrestleMania, which is like you know a shame. They've really been treating Bailey like an afterthought from what I've scene. And then they gave Naomi the jobber entrance last week. That's crazy. Favorite Lucha Underground match? Too many. I still haven't tried the new game plus Mitchell, but I'm gonna try it soon. Yeah, restarting the game with everything unlocked is everything I wanted for this game. So we'll see. Do you guys remember when Naomi was at a Supercard of Honor last year? Never led to anything. Well, yeah, true. I mean, The Rock went over, but I mean, it still, goes to show. Like, that's just, I don't know, that's disrespectful. Man, how long have we been streaming? This has been a chill stream with y'all. Pierre got a PS5 last month. I care, man. I care. You said not that anyone cares. Not gonna lie, guys, the amount of comments, I just got a comment on my Revolution review of another person, but I've been getting a lot of comments like this, that I haven't watched AEW in a while, but I saw Revolution and, like, I'm like looking forward to, what they do next. Like, I got a lot of comments like that. It's pretty cool to see. Yeah, honestly, like I'm a PS5 owner. Well, obviously I'm playing Spider-Man 2. And there's hardly any exclusives. This generation has low key like been lame, bro. For both PS5 and the Xbox Series. Switch has been holding it down for years, literally. Yeah, Sony. I mean, Spider-Man 2 was a banger. Don't get me wrong, but outside of this one, exclusives have been lacking. Xenoblade, that's cool. I'm still playing Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I still haven't beat it. It's almost a year old now. There's just so much to do in that game, dude. Yeah, I stream straight from the PS5, but I do want to get a capture card so I can like stream from I really want to stream from the Switch, dude, or even an Xbox eventually cuz I probably will get an Xbox to play Indiana Jones once it drops. Halo 3 on PS5 soon? That's actually crazy, man. I remember console wars in middle school. That was the PS3, Xbox 360 era. We used to argue in class all day, bro. I was a 360 guy, and it's so funny because, well, now it doesn't matter to me. I would rather own all of them because I think all of them have their benefits. But yeah, we really did peak in the last few generations of gaming. Revolution 2024, man, it was great. Like I said, the vibes have been positive. The Dynamite after was good. Um, Star Wars Battlefront Classics, yeah. Yeah, man. It's a lot to look forward to, man. I'm surprised a lot of y'all were hanging out for this long, man. Especially considering this stream was a day late. So I yeah. Y'all have any last questions before we call it a night? Andrade, dude, again, man. I can't believe I forget that he's there back in WWE. Man, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all hanging out, talking some wrestling, getting your questions in, telling me your opinions, debating, banning trolls. Do we finally get LFI reuniting with Lij? I hope so. Someone asked earlier if Thunder Rosa is going to join LFI, and my answer is also I hope so, and I think so with how she's all the poses she's been doing like LFI style. Splash Wellington, no, thank you, man. Thank you for coming through. Do I think Buddy Matthews is jumping ship as soon as his contract is out? Yup. How would I repackage Sammy? That's a great question. I I don't know. Yeah, dude. Same with the console wars. Yeah, man, for real. Spread the word about the streams. Well, amongst those that you trust, right? Amongst those that you would want to be here. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys. Um, I'm thinking I'll stream after Collision this week. So yeah, Okada's wrestling, right? On Collision. So yeah, that's gonna be huge. So Mitchell, thoughts on who's winning promotion of the year for 2024 thus far? Honestly, um, it would be easy for me to say easily AEW, and I do believe that, but I know WWE fans are super happy with that product right now. So I think it is. I do think both companies are pleasing their fan bases really well. So it's going to be an interesting year. Um, wait, is sorry guys, I didn't mean to get your hopes up. Is Okada wrestling on Collision? I mean, that's what the graphics said, right? Daniel Schwartz. See you later, man. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, y'all. Well, it said in action. Yeah, that's why. So we'll see. But yeah, I'll for sure try to stream after Collision, y'all. So keep a lookout for that. But I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the love, and you guys are awesome, man. Take care. Enjoy your weekends, and yeah, hope to see you guys after Collision. So see you later. Peace.